First of all, I would like to tell you that I'm very, very grateful. But today, Oaxaca has a purpose. And we have a saying in Oaxaca. We want more of Oaxaca in the world and more of the world in Oaxaca. By being here today at the Rockefeller Center in New York, we're achieving that purpose. You see, in our country, we have earned the recognition of our people by seeing Oaxaca as the reflection of the soul of Mexico. Because Oaxaca, in a way, reflects the richness of our culture, of our art, of our history. But in another very important way, Oaxaca is also very unique. Because Oaxaca has its own soul. It has its own soul when you think of the way we express ourselves. Because Oaxaca has 16 indigenous people, has more than 16 languages, more than 102 dialects, and it's the most biodiverse state in Mexico and one of the most biodiverse in the world. When you think of it, you think of an intellectual called Miguel León Portilla, which said that every time a language is born, a new cosmovision of the world is born. Because you have to reinterpret the way the world works. The sun, love, happiness. So in a way, Oaxaca, it's a country of its own. And that soul is reflected when you think of our history. And you think about Benito Juárez, which is actually here at Bryant Park, and represents the biggest ideals that Mexico has, especially its freedoms, its liberties. It also reflects the soul of the brothers Flores Magón, which were great social revolutionaries. It has the soul of one of the first ministers of education, José Vasconcelos. And I would like to thank Ambassador Esteban Moctezuma, which was also the Minister of Education of Mexico, by making it possible to be here. And to thank President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. Because that is the soul of our history. But the soul is also reflected when you think about our gastronomy, which is recognized as patrimony, intangible patrimony of the world. And when you think about art, you have to think of the soul of the art, which is our Alebrijes. And I would like to thank, of course, Jacobo and Ángel. Because when you think about the Alebrijes, you have to think about the Zapotec culture, which is one of our mother cultures. And the Zapotec culture said that before the Alebrije exists as a physical form, you have to think about the spiritual form, which is the Nahual. And the Nahual represents that spirit inside of us. It represents the purpose of life. And when it becomes a physical part, it becomes an animal as one element, or two other elements in nature. But by being here today with the Alebrijes, we confirm our purpose as people. And for me, as governor, I reconfirm my purpose as the guardian of the culture of Oaxaca, of our traditions, of our greatness. But we also establish a bridge today with the Rockefeller Center. And I would like to thank you, and of course, Consulate, because by being here, we establish a bridge in the most diverse place in the world, which is New York, of inclusion, of values, of ideals, like the United Nations, where we have to fight against poverty, generate new engines of growth, work for equality, especially indigenous and women equality. So today, when every person comes here to the Rockefeller Center ID, there will be an owl for every person. And that owl will become a physical form with a purpose and ideals and values of many of the people that come here to New York and cherish your culture and the cultures of the world. I would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to share Oaxaca with the world and to maintain this ideal of having more Oaxaca in the world and more of the world in Oaxaca. Thank you very much.
Oaxaca. Crear, construir, crecer.